Okay, so today we'll see how we're gonna make a perfect Azure using this Azure option over here, and we'll also see how we can do a manual Azure. Now what happens with this one over here is you get almost a good Azure, but at times the result is really not good. Okay, so let's see how we can get a perfect Azure here. Alright, so first of all I'm going to make a cross section for my diamond. So I'll just draw a line. I'll be doing a three row of diamond, which is 2 millimeter, and 0.3 over here and 0.4 at the edge. I'll bring this down around 1.2. That's it. I just mirror this on the other side. Okay, now if you want to know the exact width for 2 millimeter with the gaps, so this is what you have to do here. You make a circle first, diameter 2 millimeter. Okay, you make a copy on the side, move it around 0.1, and then you do a array with 6. So this way we got our hexagon set. So now if you want to know, like if you want to set a two row of diamond, the opening should be around somewhere between 3.85 or 3.9, whatever. Okay, now for the 3 row we have here 5.64, so I'll take like 5.7. all right, so this is the open space we need. So that was 5. How much was it? 5.7. Okay, so get the points out here, raise this up 0.3, and I'll make a circle here, 2 point, and I'll just type 5.7. so that ends exactly over here. So I'll just trim this one as well, and delete this one, explode. I'll just mirror the whole thing on the left. Okay, and I'll just join this point over here. Okay, so let's do a final check over here. So the setting area, this is where your stone's gonna set. So this is around 1.2. if you want to increase, you can do this. This is based on the on your ring height, so maybe I'll keep like 1.5, or let me just see, this is 1.5 already, so I'll keep this for the moment like it is right now. And let's move this to the quad over here. Okay, now for some reason, if you want to make this as a comfort fit ring, this is the time to actually change the shape here. So I'll just try to give a nice dome over here, which it should be something like this. Okay, so I kept it very less comfort here. If you want, you can increase it, you can keep it however you like. For me this is good, and just join this together and make sure to move it back on back to the quad position, where where you have your ring rail exactly. Okay, now this is obviously is higher than this, but that should not be a problem because we are not reducing anything, we are just extruding increasing the height over here. So that should be fine. It should not be a problem. So just to check the height of my stone, I'll take 2mm stone over here and I'll just move this here. So this is good as well, so there is no problem with this one. Now once I have my ring rail ready, I can just do a revolve here, or I can also do a sweep one. Okay, so it's completely your choice, you can do whatever you want. And now I'm gonna do a array polar. So I'll start with 28 and I'll see the distance, if the distance is fine, or if I have to, if I can increase my diamonds. So I feel there is a chance of increasing 2 more. Yeah, so this is absolutely tight here, and that is what we are looking for. So we'll just measure this gap. I think it should be fine. So we have a 0.1 gap between stones, and that's perfect. No. So once you have your stone here, now you would need a divider between these 2 gems. So I'll use this line command here, and I'll use a bisector option and start the bisector line. That's from the center of this ring. So you go up to this diamond and here the other diamond. So make sure your project is on whenever you do this, and you see this line is bisecting this 2 diamond at an equal distance. So that's it for this one. And now what we're going to do is I'll just copy this diamond from here to here. I'll make sure the copy option is on, and I'll just move this away from this row. Okay, this could be visual, you know, you just have to make sure you're not crossing this line, which is your pave ends over here. Okay, and you have a same gap over here. That's fine if you don't measure them, it's fine. So just mirror this on the other side, and you just do array polar again with the same number of stones, and that's it. Now you have a 3 row of gems. Okay, so the next step would be adding a bronze, but before we add bronze on it, let's work on the subject. The subject is Azure. So what do I do for Azure? Well, I prefer to use a cutter which has a hexagon shape on it. So here's the Azure option, and I'm looking for a hexagon shape here. Here, and you can actually control this one, control the Azure, and I would prefer to use a boolean yes over here. Boolean on, and select the surface. Okay, so you can see exactly how it's reacting. Okay, can even bring this down. So this is a live option, you know, to actually see how good your Azure is reacting. Okay, and I'll do the same thing with this 2 over here. This time it's gonna be a 5 side, which is this one. Okay, So it goes like this, and increase the size, rotate a bit. Okay, you may have a situation where it's not exactly fitting with the shape, so that's fine. You can try the best you can achieve, and if you're still not happy with that, you can go back to Azure option, where we let the computer decide the best Azure for us. Okay, so over here I'm not so satisfied with this one, but this is one of the option I use, and actually sometimes this is easier compared to the one we're gonna see now. Okay, so we'll come back to this again, and let me just show you the Azure from the gem menu. Okay, so to work with Azure here, we need to first extract the surface, this one and this one, the top and the bottom. Okay, if you wish to rebuild the surface, fine, you can go ahead and do this. Well, let's see how the surface reacts, and maybe if there is a need, we can just do that. So once you click inside, boom, you have your output here. Okay, now for some reason I don't want this to be like hexagon here. This should be a pentagon, but let's see. And at the same time, you have some complications, like this is not really a good shape, so maybe we can just rebuild this surface, both of them. So I'll use a rebuild option here. Surface, rebuild. So this, make it 12, 2 and 1 and 3. See, yeah, good. So let's try again. So this goes on top, and this is the bottom, and we still have this shape here. So you see, this is what really not so cool about this command. It's not always giving you a right output, but let's see. So let's see this option here, the depth option. How depth you want the Azure to. So this is the depth you can keep here. I keep this around 0.3, not more than 0.3. So I'll just draw a circle here from this position, 0.3, enter. So I know where exactly I should stop them. Okay. All right. And this is fine. This is fine. So we're not going to change anything over here. Okay, now this has to be 0.2, and there is no way we can measure this, so I guess maybe I have to draw a circle here which is around 0.2, and I can use this as a guideline, and when these two connects each other, I should stop there. So this is 0.2 exactly we want, or if you want 0.3, you can make a 0.3 circle. So let's keep something 0.3. I'm not Okay, this is not exactly 0.3 but somewhere near 0.3. Alright, so this is what we have, and the whole, in case you want to increase the hole, you can do it from here. The through and through hole should be exactly the same diameter of your Azure. And if you see this hollow here carefully, they are not exactly at the same position. So this is, one of the reasons why I don't use this Pave Azure builder, because it's not really 100% cool. I mean, working well. So the seat angle is fine, and just click on set Azure. Okay, so once you click on it, you have your results here, and as you can see, they are not exactly matching, and it's not really good to my perspective. So if I hide my gem, you will see that this angle is way too much than this one over here, and this is unexpected result, which is not so cool. And we don't even have an option to actually make this flat, because we don't want this hexagon shape over here. So all in all, it was good, but it's not perfect. Okay, we want something which is really perfect. So what do we do here? Alright, so this is what you have to do. Once you have this done, I suggest you to make a duplicate edge of this one, this curve over here. Okay, and a duplicate edge of one of the good shape, but definitely not this one. Okay, we join them together, we copy this to the clipboard, and we get rid of this one. Okay, so we can just, I don't know if we said reset, this will undo these things, I don't know. So we just delete everything else. Okay, we don't want anything over here. So all the surfaces, delete. Okay, now we only have a curve here and the remaining surface over here. So let's continue with that. Alright, so once we have this, what we need to do, this is our cross section, so we're gonna hide this one. We don't need this in the picture. This was our bisector line, so I'm gonna hide this as well. This was our a guideline, one of the guideline for the Azure. So let me get back these two surfaces and just lock these two poly surfaces. Okay, and this one will be locked as well. Okay, for some reason we just lost the the comfort fit over here. Yeah, maybe I did the rebuild and I lost it. So maybe I can do an undo selected, a rebuild, and yes, there we go, we have back our shape, the comfort fit here. Okay, so the first thing I'll do here is I'll get this curve, I'll get this curve in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, when you just mirror this is not actually sitting right. So we'll keep this as a guideline. We'll try to make a new one here. So I'll use a hexagon shape from here, 6 sides. Let's change the color here, keep something like this, and just scale this inside a bit. Okay, now I'll do the same thing over here, but I would need only this hexagon for the moment, so I'm going to delete this one, and project this on top. This is on the down surface. Okay, so delete this over here, we don't want this. Maybe we can just delete this one. So what is the idea here? Now the idea is to offset this one by using a smart flow option, and we just do like 1 or 2 ray, and then we just do array polar. Okay, alright, so I'm using array polar technique here. Okay, I'll just do 1 row of Azure, and then I'll just do an array polar. And you can use the same technique for single row or double row, you know, whatever. This is the best technique I feel, you know, when you do an Azure manual one, a perfect one. Okay, so I'll try first UV here to know where exactly my curves are. Okay, so this is exactly in the center. Now imagine you need a border where you don't actually need a Azure, so let's just offset that, flip. Let's say you don't want a Azure at 0.5 distance, so this is our guideline. And what I will do now here is I'll get this as my guideline again. So select this and press enter, and there you go. You don't have to worry about anything over here. You have your guideline, and just offset this around 0.3 like I said earlier, like we did before. So this is our honeycomb thickness over here. Okay, that's just 0.3. I see if this exactly works like in the dimension. So maybe I'll just try to do a fillet over here itself, which goes around 0.3, and okay, so this is bit stretching over here, so we have to be careful over here. All right, so let's take a circle, tangent, both the side, and make a line coming out from here, from the center to here. Okay, and this is where exactly it's gonna stop. So there you go, you have it here. Now let's measure this distance. Actually this is 0.3 on the surface, but here you need to know how much it is. It's exactly 0.3. That's very nice. So just offset here 0.3. Sorry, 0.3 divided by 2. It's gonna be 0.5, I guess. Okay. This line has to be from here. Delete this one. 0.15 both sides, and yep. Now a real quick array here, just to know we are on the same plane. Okay, and now it seems like it's quite bigger here if you see the distance which I'm covering over here. So maybe I need to offset this down a bit so that I get my exact azure. Okay, sorry I didn't do this calculation earlier, but I just realized that maybe you know, if I consider the center of my stone, maybe it's already too big, and when I do an offset it's already you know, beyond its gap between the two diamonds. So we need to maintain this thickness over here, like so. For that reason we have to just make it a bit smaller, maybe around 0.2. And flip again, 0.3, enter. Change this color just to make sure that we are showing an equal gap. Okay, I don't see this is exactly showing the equal gap here. As you can see, this is a bit wider, this is more than this is a bit broad, and this is short. So we have to take the exact distance using our stone. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll delete all the hexagon pattern we made so far, and even this one, because you know we took a hexagon which the azure gave us the shape. So I think we are really on a wrong track. Okay, so we're not going to refer to any of this Pave Azure. Just, you know, get rid of all the references you have. The only reference we have is we don't need an azure here, which is 0.5 over here, and which is going to be the same on the other side. So let's bring back our gem, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a curve which is I'm going to extract a curve here using the teak of the diamond. So maybe that would help me to get me exact bisector, you know. So toggle here. So I'm using a extract iso curve from the down surface, and then I'll use this reference, this one, okay, and this one here as well, the center. I think that should be enough. Okay, now create UV, select this and this guideline as well, and press enter. So here's the line here, okay, and now we have our exact distance over here. So this is diamond to diamond distance. Okay, so I'll just do an array with this one from the mid to make an hexagon shape. So just 6. Am I doing something wrong here? Maybe with this one. No, this is perfect. Okay, so I know this is a bit tricky, but this, I just took this guideline, you know, this is at the mid of this 2 diamond over here. Okay, so curve boolean and delete everything else. Copy to clipboard, undo, paste. So this is for our center line, center stone, okay, and this is connected to each other. Okay, if I just put this back, okay, let me do this along with this one as well, so we know that we are on a right track. Okay, now draw a pentagon here using the N menu, intersection, intersection. Okay, there's no reference point here, sadly. So maybe I just have to mirror this, explode, and mirror this over here. So we have a pentagon and we have a hexagon over here. Well, not really a pentagon, but 5 sides, okay, 5 ends. Alright, so we have this and this over here, and these are connected to each other. So in order to maintain a gap of 0.3, we need to offset this each inside around 0.15. Okay, so this goes here and this goes here, and make sure this is connected to this one, because we already have a we already have a 0.5 gap over here. Okay, so this too goes back on this. Just change the color here, apply, and boom, there you go. This is the right Azure curve we have so far. It's not yet ready, but we have the right curve. Now if you see this, and if I just do an array with the number of diamonds we have, perfect. You see, we have this gap and we have this thickness. The only thing remaining for us now is to do a cutout. Okay, and for some reason, if you still feel like you need to increase this or decrease anything, this is the right time, because the next step here will be to make a polysurface, and then we just do array polar with that one. Okay, so I hope everything is clear so far. If not, you can write me in my Facebook page. I'll be answering your question if you have anything related to this video. And you can check out my Facebook page in the description below. You can join a group, you can open a discussion, and I'll be answering your question when I'm free in the day. Okay, so let's move ahead. So in case you want to reduce the width from the side, from here for example, this is the moment to do it. So let's go ahead and make our Azure, manual Azure. Okay, alright, so this is what is more important, you know, these two curves. The rest we can just do an array. So this is the two curve, we have it already here, and we can just group this and hide it for future reference in case we need them. And what I will be doing here is I'll make a circle here, or I'll make a cutter, the normal one, you know, and okay, I don't know why is this not showing as normal. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is what exactly we want. So I'll just make this as 90 and I'll bring this up somewhere over here. So this is exactly where we want the position, and then we just gonna loft from here to here, you know, to make that nice Azure. Okay, so we have this, and we have, alright, we have to do this again. Again, talking about the height here, we can always keep a guideline over here, so we know how much exactly we need it. But it doesn't really matter, because this should be more than 0.3 and you're good with that. Okay, just to confirm. Okay, I feel the height is here. This one is more than 0.3, so let's just confirm. Yeah, it's 0.4, so that's fine for us. And there you go. Now the only thing remaining is to extract this surface. And this, delete this. And what we will do over here now is loft this to with the exact position. So I need a quad over here and a mid over here, and perfect. Do the same thing over here. And okay, so join this together. Now we have this exactly over here on our surface, so there is a possibility, it might not just trim a boolean properly. So what I'll do now is I'll trim this surface and join this two objects. Okay, and I'll keep a copy of this too, and I'm done, obviously. So I'm done over here. I'll change the color back to this. I'll copy this to clipboard, and I'll go back to where I just trimmed my surface. So get rid of these two open poly surface. We don't need them, and we'll just replace them with the new one, which has a cap on it. Okay, which is not open, obviously, and that's it. Now the only thing remaining is to join this back into one poly surface. Okay, for some reason I'm not able to join this, but that's fine. We can join the naked edges over here. So from utility, we go back, we go to join to naked edges. I do the same thing over here. Okay, and make sure when you join this again. Okay, so I have to join this properly. This is not joined. Okay, why do we have a problem here? I need to know. Undo. Okay, this is, yes, this is one poly surface. That's right, one surface, and this is one poly surface. Let's try join again. Okay, so let's join naked edges. Wow. Okay, I never thought that this could be a problem, but if we have one, we have to get rid of it. Alright, so this surface are not connecting each other. Maybe I just need to know why is it happening like that, and I can just make a cross section to find out more in detail. Looks so good here. This is the points. Tier join. Wow. Okay. Okay, this is good. Okay, I prefer to blend this to surface. For some reason it's not joining, so let's not waste time on it. Blend, where's blend? This happens to me when I lose the rhythm. I mean, I had an unexpected problem. Preview, where's the preview option? Wow, no, definitely not. Alright, I'm having a bad day here, I feel like. Okay, one more time I'm gonna join this with the naked edges, but this time I'll just bring this aside. Okay, so this is done here. This is seriously ridiculous. There's no reason here we should have this problem, but let's join this. Yeah, like I said, I'm having a bad day with the naked edges over here. I don't know for what reason they are not really connecting. Okay, so for the moment let's forget about comfort fit and let's just join this with normal loft command, because I don't know why it's not actually joining it. And let's join this for the moment together as one. Okay, so this is one, and finally we have our Azure here ready. So we just rebuild, change the color, and this I'll just mirror this on the other side. There you go. Boolean difference. Okay, it failed for some reason. Let's just check the naked edges again. We don't have any naked edges here, so let's just try one by one. Okay, they are good. There's no problem with that. Now, the only thing I think we need to do is use this option, Boolean builder. You know, this is handy sometime when you have a situation like this. You put everything inside, and what you tell this guy over here to auto move cutter in case, you know, they fail, and you use one by one option. And make sure you save your model if you haven't done it yet. Maybe this can lead you to crash. Once you do that, you click on one by one, and then you do the Boolean, and let's let the computer do the operation for us. Okay, so that is done, and as you can see here, nothing really happened over here on this one, so we can do on our own. Okay, for some reason this is not really working, so maybe we can just try to scale it down a bit. You know, maybe it's really on the same level, and can happen, you know, this could be the reason, one of the reasons that it's not doing a Boolean. So let's just try now. Oh. Okay, I'll do this on a third software, that is on Magix, because I seriously don't know what's wrong here. Okay, maybe it's not really my day today. Okay, one last try to Boolean. Let's see, it's not working. Fail. Alright, fine. I'm not doing anything else on it. Okay, if you are doing an eternity, I would go manually, you know, to add the gems. So let's add a gem here. The drop's gonna be 0.2, the height's gonna be fine, that's 0.6, diameter is 0.6, and this is off. Okay, 0.7 is good. So here as well. If you need a perfect location, I could just do it manually, but I thought for some reason I want to do it in this manner. Alright, so this is ready here, and the prongs are good. So I'll just hide this one to see what we have here. Okay, the prongs are good, the ring is good here. And if you see here, this is exactly, you know, it's not good at this section, and here we have only 3 azure. So let's finish our work here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to export this, the whole ring, as a one STL, and the cutter as a second STL, and I'll import them in Magix, and I'll do a boolean, because at times Magic does the work for us when you are really having a bad day. I hope it works for me today. So I'll just export this, and I'll bring this to STL back in Magix. Alright, so here is the ring where we had a problem with the cutter. So let's quickly fix this one. Let's join the shells, and that's it. And here we have this one. So select both this together, and here we have this cutout option, and subtract red from the green. This is what we want. We press OK, we press no, and boom, there you go. That's a perfect cutout. You see, it took only 5 seconds, and in Matrix it was just taking my life. I don't know why. Alright, so the next step is to get rid of these points. For that, we're going to use this option like before. Let's just check the shells again. Invert, delete, follow advice. It's fine. And yeah, filter this. So everything is fixed. Now we're gonna save this as a one ring, and this ring is ready. Okay, and in the end we'll just do the rendering and present the model. So I hope this was helpful. In case if you have some other easy way to make an Azure, please let me know in the comment section. I'll try to improve my skill, and we can try to find out some other easier way. But this technique works with other shape, because this was an eternity, it was quite a bit easy. But if you have something unregular shape, then this is what it's really handy. It comes perfect. You don't have to depend on the Azure, which eventually didn't work well. So if you like the video, please share the video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to make sure every time I upload a new video you get the notification. And you guys have a nice day. Cheers. Bye bye.